Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jenny and I'm a care diva. So just so everyone knows, a care leaver is someone who has had experience in the care system and usually leaves the standard support system at the age of 18. I'm currently 20 years old and I still get support because I'm in full-time education. I'm pretty sure that's the reason I still get support anyway. So I also want to say that I'm reading off a script, so I apologise if I keep diverting my gaze. Don't expect to know all about care leavers just from watching this vid or any other vid that I might post. And regarding COVID-19, I also hope and pray that anyone who's watching, you and your loved ones are staying safe and well, and my prayers are with you all. I've been self-isolating since the 19th of March. This is when my flatmate moved to spend lockdown with her family. And so that makes it, I think, about 3.5 weeks that I've been on my own. Yeah, because today is...
It's Monday the 13th of April.
Okay, yeah, it's Monday the 13th, so yeah, almost a whole month that I've been on my own. So I feel like there are differences, and obviously my differences are going to be very different to another care leaver's difference. Anyway, everyone has their own issues to go through COVID-19. You know, no two people are the same, apparently. Anyway, so my first issue, this is where the main body of the rant is, and it's to do with housing. So due to coronavirus, my application for housing has been prolonged. I applied in January, and I made it aware that my tenancy for this student accommodation flat place ends on the 27th of April, or at least that's when I need to move out. And I've only just been told about a week ago that it's a very real possibility that I will have to wait for another 6 months for this flat. I do appreciate, I'm just editing quick, I do appreciate that a lot of people have to wait longer than the 6 to 8 months that I'm going to have to end up waiting, but realistically, when you're in this foster care system, at the age of 18, you're supposed to be made aware that you're entitled to a permanent or semi-permanent independent living space, and that was never clearly communicated to me. And it just vexes me because I have been paying £900 a month for rent for living in uni as a student, and it just pisses me off so much that I literally could have not had to share with anyone, pay a reduced rent because it would have been through like the council, and now I probably have to start my second year at university without any stability, without any support, as I won't have access to any of my stuff. All of my stuff is going into storage. Yeah, just the mini interjection. And I have a decent amount of furniture, not like a shitload, but yeah, I just have some furniture. I have quite a lot of clothes, I'm not gonna lie. I was encouraged to find a room to rent without any help, so I was encouraged to try and find my own 1-bedroom place or just a singular bedroom to rent for myself, and I was meant to look for this myself. I think that's really ridiculous, to be honest, because I can state now with confidence that all of my stuff is not going to fit in one tiny bedroom, and I'm not going to pay about £400-500 a month for 1 bedroom, not have any space, not have any privacy. And I think that's sort of ridiculous. London is very, very expensive. I just don't think I had to find that, but I shouldn't have been encouraged. Like, I understand independence and stuff is very important, but when it comes to moving out and trying to find stability, I don't think I should be expected to do this myself. I've stated this on more than one occasion that a singular bedroom would not be able to house myself and all of my belongings. And so I stated this to housing and to my personal advisor. You get a personal advisor instead of a social worker after the age of 18. And this applies for all care experienced people. So if you don't have a PA after the age of 18, you need to talk to someone. Email anyone that you know and just try and push them. Be like, I need a PA, I'm over 18. You guys legally have to give me one. So I stated to both housing and my personal advisor that I had to be realistic, and initially my train of thought jumped to the assumption that this implied that I had to sell some of my stuff, And after I voiced that worry, no one told me that I was incorrect. So no one said that I had to sell anything, but no one also told me you don't need to sell anything. Now, some people might think, oh, you just have to sell some of your stuff, like it's just possession, just everyone does it. But the issue with this is that when you're allocated permanent housing, the issue is that when you're allocated permanent housing, the national minimum for SUHA, so setting up housing allowance, is £2,000 per £2,000. My borough only offers £1,300, so that's a £700 difference. And so setting up home allowance is money that you get that you don't need to pay back from social services or whatever if you're a care experienced kid, and it's meant to pay for your white goods. So white goods include fridge, oven, washing machine, all that good stuff. It also is meant to include carpeting if you don't have any. It's meant to include everything that you own, like furniture, curtains. This is the only amount of money that they'll give you, and my borough offers 700 less than the national requirement. So I don't think it's sensible for me to sell any of my stuff, and I will not be selling any of my stuff. But that's the main issue with it. So it's not that I have a gross attachment to all my belongings, potentially, but it's because I don't really want to have to sell only to spend more. I think it's ridiculous. Whatever. I've already used a small portion of my SUHA, £250 for my bed and mattress, but I want to save the rest of that for my white goods, like my fridge, my freezer. So selling everything else that I own, like I have a couple of tables, I have a couple of chairs, I don't really want to sell those because I'm not looking to get a sofa whenever I move into somewhere. I want to have what I already have. Do you know what I mean? I've already paid for it. It's already within my possession. Doesn't make sense to sell anything. So to go on from that, I was asked if I could stay at friends while I wait for housing. And luckily enough for me, I do have an amazing network of friends, but this can't be said for all care leavers. I think that's ridiculous. Like only one of my friends out of the network that I have, and I have quite a few friends, said that I could stay with them. And if I just had like 2 friends, which most people would, not just care leavers, just in general, most people don't have, not many people have as many friends as I do. But yeah, and I just think it's really unrealistic to expect people to stay at friends' houses, especially for the next 6 months I was asked for. So I'm not completely sure if I can stay at my friend's house for this long, but I did voice this to my PA, but this is a problem that I'm unfortunately going to have to deal with later. There's nothing I can do about it now. I have to live in the now right at the moment. It's not by choice, but it's by force because of a lack of opportunity and finance. Like realistically, I'm only going to be living off my student loan and my job. And I'll go into my finances in another video, but I don't think that's reasonable for them to expect me to like find either somewhere myself to try and fund, or I was hoping to use my next student loan drop and my earnings from work to try and start a savings account, because I literally have nothing to my name in regards with savings, literally, and that is a very common case for a lot of care leavers. If you're a care leaver and you have a savings account, mate, slow clap. It's kind of disappointing slow clap, but it is just very impressive because I don't have any. Like, it's more on the money. We'll talk about this in another video, but yeah. To go back to topic, coronavirus has slowed down the process of me finding my forever home, and I've never really had anything to call my own except my bike, but that's been broken for 2 years and I don't really know how to fix a bike, so I guess it's going to stay broken. I don't excel in a particular hobby, nor do I play an instrument. The only language I speak is English. I don't even have a pet. I do have my intelligence, which I am grateful for, but as a former gift, how do you say it? Formerly gifted child, I do feel like I'm losing it with my increasing sense of low self-esteem, but I guess that's why I'm on YouTube now. I'm joking. I need to shut up sometimes. Back to the script. I feel like I don't have anything, and I was really looking forward, and I was being incredibly excited to move to my own flat. It's literally all I thought about ever since November. Every single day I think, maybe today's the day I get my flat. I applied in January, but I've thought about getting this flat for the longest amount of time, and it's just now that I'm gonna have to wait a while to get it. It kind of makes me feel as though, even though I'll be sharing with my friend, I'm gonna feel more alone. It sounds weird.
Okay, so I can't find any like the actual drawings that I did, but just to show you how excited I was over this flat, here's just a drawing that I did. I literally never draw, and I did a full scale drawing on an A3 piece of paper. I also did another room, not just 3 rooms. I did 4 rooms in total, and I included annotated diagrams, and just I'd fully planned out what my flat would look like, and it's just not happening.
So that leads me to the second issue I have during this pandemic, and it's just isolation. Now, I'm going to put a link in the description of an excellent, and I mean excellent, blog by Shevonne at Drive Forward that puts into words greater than I can about what it means to be a care leaver during these stressful times. I really recommend you all to read it. It's super accurate and powerful. I've asked for her permission to link this into the description, but I haven't asked for permission to read it out, so please do read it. It's so good. I can't stress about how good this blog is. And just quickly, because you guys are going to read that anyway, hopefully, I'm just going to move on to my third issue about coronavirus, and that is just jealousy. If I'm being completely honest, it is pure, unadulterated jealousy. Unadulterated just means like pure. Define unadulterated.
The adjective unadulterated is usually defined as not diluted or made impure by adulterating, pure. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for unadulterated.
Yay for technology, yay for vocabulary. I got that right, not that in mind. You know what? Praise your little successes. Oh wait, yeah, jealousy. So, not all of you, but some of you who are in very fortunate, happy environments, there are some people that I've seen on public, on social media and stuff, that are kind of complaining, but like, I understand, obviously. I'm just jealous. There's no other way to say it. I would trade my solitude for your annoyances in the blink of an eye if it meant security, stability, and ironically what care leavers lack, care. It's more than understandable to be frustrated about where you are, to be frustrated about being surrounded by the same people every single day. Like, trust me, I hate boring routine more than the next person. Actually, I don't hate it. I do kind of like the stability of routine, but anyway, you know what I mean? Like, when things are always the same, it does get a bit frustrating, but I don't know, just kind of think, if you are in a very fortunate situation, I guess one thing that might help you kind of press on is to think about how blessed you are during a worldwide crisis, but you don't have to listen to me.
For any care leavers that are feeling any feelings of isolation or jealousy, I just want you guys to know that you're not alone. Maybe look at some organisations. So the two that I work alongside are Peer Power and Drive Forward. Those two are quite good. They're really good in terms of not giving us a purpose, but just giving us something to do. Honestly, anything. Give me anything to do and they'll give you something to do. Yeah, that's just my suggestion. There are loads of people, there are loads of care leavers out there. Do not think that you're the only one going in your current situation. Like, we're all family here. Wow, am I starting my own online family? Sorry. Okay, whatever. Interjection.
And yeah, so this was more of a rant about housing more than anything. So my heart goes out to everyone during these times, and I want to encourage anyone to comment any questions, criticisms and thoughts for this video. I've only just restarted my journey on YouTube and I'd very much like it to go well, so anything that you guys can add would be much appreciated, and enjoy your life, have fun, bye.